y'all, this is the Variety Kid, and today we're going to talk about 16 reasons why the iPhone XS Max can be considered better than the Pixel 3 XL. So I'm doing 16 and not 12 because actually my cousin Justin, or to be more clear, it's my his wife is my mom's cousin, suggested I do a video on why Android is better than iOS, and while I am going to do that, I decided I'm going to increase the number of reasons on why I'm going to do on why Android is better than iOS. And he actually owns a Google Pixel, he owns the Nexus 6P, and he's going to be upgrading, and he's actually ordered a Pixel 3 XL. But however, anyways, let's just get started into it. Today we're going to talk about 16 reasons why the iPhone XS Max can be considered better than the Google Pixel 3 XL. Number one is quicker app updates and better versions of apps. So like apps tend to run better on iOS, and you also get quicker updates for apps, which I guess could be good. Like if the app isn't working properly, and like I said, there are better versions, so there's probably going to be better features, and this is probably especially true for games and like apps from smaller developers. Number two is better water resistance, and it has dust resistance. So the iPhone XS Max is rated IP68, which is 2 meters or 6 feet and 6.674 inches for 30 minutes, while the Pixel 3 XL is just 1 meter or 3 feet and 3.37 inches for 30 minutes, which that's more like IPX7. But however, I don't know. I mean, IPX7 is if the 7 is the last digit, then that means it's water resistant from 15 centimeters or just under 6 inches to 1 meter, or like I said, what it was. So I don't know what I don't know the advantage of it being 68 instead of X8 instead of X7 for the but still the same depth. Maybe it's because like maybe it's because it'll have better resistance past it, because like I mean that's just all Google promises. Number three is better SlowMo. So you can record 4K at 60 frames per second compared to 30 frames per second on the Pixel 3 XL. And you can also record 1080p video at 720p compared to, 1080 at 240 frames per second compared to 120 frames per second. And on the Pixel 3 XL, and that also means you can record at 240 frames per second at a higher resolution, 1080p instead of 720p. Number four is a bigger screen. So it's 6.46 inches diagonally versus 6.3 inches, which could make doing stuff like playing games a little bit better. Like it seems like for me playing games like Subway Surfers seems better on the iPad. I mean, I've never played it on my iPhone, which I actually got a new one. I got the smaller iPhone 6S, so I'm actually giving up some stuff like the bigger screen or battery. But anyways, let's get back to it. But however, I'd imagine that it wouldn't be anywhere near as good as on my phone than the iPad. So like playing games, and you could also see more content on the screen, and also it has a bigger aspect ratio at just over 19.5 by 9 compared to 18.5 by 9, which could give a taller screen. Number five is longer supported, so you get software updates more often. And actually, like Google has only promised software updates for the Pixel 3 XL through October of 2021, which is much. And while it has gotten longer, like for example, the original Nexus was released in January 2010 and last updated in September of 2011, but you still get longer software updates, and that's been the case. Take, for example, the iPhone 6 released in September 2014 is still running on the latest version of iOS, while the Nexus 6 released in September or October of 2014 was last updated in January of 2017. Number 6 is smaller bezels. So like you get much smaller bezels, and actually the Pixel 3 XL's bezels are borderline. Like these are the bezels right here. As you can see, it has a big chin at the bottom, and like like I said, for 2018, it's like borderline in terms of how good bezels are, and it's like about the same size of the Pixel 2 XL, which it actually does have smaller bezels, which I will be getting to in just a little bit. And yeah, I mean, while it is better than the Pixel 3, which I don't have an image of, it's still not the best for 2017, or I mean, for 2018. Okay, and now you can see the notch. So like it's actually deeper than the iPhone XS Max, and this is actually what makes the bezels better than the Pixel 2 XL. It's not actually smaller at the bottom, but however, it is smaller at the top, with only there being a notch. Yeah. Bezels on the XS Max are a notch, which, as y'all saw, the Pixel 3 XL has. Um, uh, and a small black bezel that goes around the frame of the phone. Number 7 is better oleophobic coating. So like it's better oleophobic coating, and while it's not permanent, it is better than the one on the Pixel 3 XL, which could lead to like better resistance fingerprints and might be more scratch resistant. Number 8 is attention awareness. So like this feature allows you this feature keeps the screen from timing out while you're looking at it, and while on the Pixel 3 XL you can probably change the auto lock to never, similar to the iPhone XS Max, the feature only turns off the screen once you stop looking at it, so on the iPhone XS Max, you have the option to like have the screen time out only when you stop looking at it. And also, there's another feature that I like about the attention awareness. You can also like lower the alerts of volumes in the case you're going to see them, which actually is pretty good considering like the iPhone XS Max has pretty loud speakers. So like if you get a text message and you didn't expect and you forgot to like lower your volume after listening to like some music with friends and you needed it to be loud or something, then it could be good, because it can be good, like, again, like I said, if you forget to lower the ring volume. Number 8 is Emoji. So like like it has muscles that track your face, and it actually improved with iOS 12, detecting when you close your eyes, and also you can send longer Emoji messages at 30 seconds versus 10 seconds. Number 9 is faster performance. So at least in most of the heavy-duty apps, the iPhone XS Max would outperform the Pixel 3 XL, and actually due to its A11 or A12 Bionic chip, and actually they have similar clock speeds. It's just the Pixel 3 XL is 2.5 gigahertz, while the XS Max is 2.49 gigahertz, and the Pixel 3 XL would be slower than the Galaxy Note 9 and LG G7. Thank you. I included the reason on when comparing those videos because it has a slower clock speed at 2.5 compared to 2.8 on those phones. Number 9 is 3D touch with click. So while both phones have, the Pixel 3 XL might have 3D touch with like that software update. But however, either way, you can't feel it click. So like on my phone right here, you can actually feel it click. So like if we do this right here, as you can see, y'all probably heard that. I know you can't feel the click, but actually you can feel the click whenever you do the 3D touch. Yeah. Anyways, let me turn up my volume. Maybe you'll hear it better. See? Yeah, yeah. You can actually feel it clicking. I know you can't because you're not holding the phone, but y'all heard the click. 12 is portrait lighting. So like portrait lighting gives depth effects, and while both have portrait mode on both the rear and front, the iPhone XS Max also has portrait lighting on both the rear and front. Yeah. So number 13 is better RAM management. So despite having the same amount and type of RAM, 4 gigabytes at LPDDR4X, due to iOS 12's optimizations, it could have better RAM management, which could help you keep more apps opened, and could lead to a better multitasking experience. Number 14 is Face ID. So while the Pixel 2 XL has a fingerprint scanner, which the XS Max doesn't, I'm including this advantage because, I mean, while I'm not sure if I would want a fingerprint scanner or a Face ID, if the fingerprint scanner is on the back, then I will choose Face ID, which it's good, like if your hands are wet, and or if you have gloves on. And by wet, I mean it might work on the Pixel 3 XL if they are mildly wet, like it does on the 7 and 7 Plus, and probably the 8 and 8 Plus. But however, considering that it's really high up, the fingerprint scanner would, I mean, the Face ID sensor would be an advantage in my opinion. Number 15 is more storage. So there's 4 times more storage, which it's actually more than enough. At 512, so the XS Max maxes out at 512 gigabytes compared to 128 gigabytes on the Pixel 3 XL. And while I will mention a similar advantage in the next video. And number 16 is a stainless steel frame. So like, so I'd say if you drop the phones from anything at least 3 to 3.5 feet, or like 4 feet, I don't know, but like not more than 7 to 7.5 feet, while you should be fine and you should expect a scuff on both and a light scuff on both, the thing is that due to the iPhone XS Max's stainless steel frame, you should probably expect a lighter scuff. And by the way, I'm talking about when you drop them on the frame. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I was going to say, actually on my YouTube channel, since I reached 30 videos, I actually decided to change 2 of my thumbnails. The 2 thumbnails I changed were the story of Tim Cook and the 12 things I changed about the 2018 iPhone. So let me know if you like the new thumbnails. I mean, they might not be up, but they should be up soon. And like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope to do my Q&A soon. Bye.